Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for joining us on the summit with Zaza Tudos. And today I'm going to be speaking about channeling and connecting with the spirit guides. I know quite a wee bit about this. And in this topic, you'll learn understanding the concepts of channeling, techniques of connecting with your spirit guides, developing a clear channel for receiving messages and discerning between different types of spiritual entities and ethical considerations and precautions in channeling. I'm Varney. I'm a spiritual teacher, spiritual coach, and also mentor. And I'm an author of 3 books, spiritual books, and also podcaster of Spiritual Abundance Creator. I'm CEO of Spiritual Awakening Academy, and absolutely love all things spiritual and manifestation. I manifest great, abundant things on a daily basis. And I also work with my spirit team. I receive these beautiful feathers constantly, from my spirit team. I also have this wee bit here so that it fascinates me. And last night, I've had them under my pillow, on top of my pillow. I've had them everywhere in my office. And my spirit team just give me them all the time, even in my shoes. And when I go in different locations worldwide, they're in my bed, they're in my clothes, in my journals, laptops, everywhere you can think of. The feathers are gifted to me there, so I've got a good understanding of the channeling and connecting to spirit guides. So welcome everyone to the Light Bearers Summit today, where we'll be delving into the fascinating realm of channeling and connecting with spirit guides. And presentation probably be about 30 minutes. We'll explore the concept of channeling, techniques of connecting with the spirit guides, and developing a clear channel for receiving messages between different types of spiritual guides, entities, and ethical. But a lot of people think when they say entities, oh, that's a bad thing. No, it's not. Everything is from pure light. However, you do have dark and you do have light. And the ethical considerations and precautions in channeling. So understanding the concept of channeling, channeling is a process of receiving and transmitting information or energy from a source beyond our physical realm. Usually we consciously we can't see it. Some people can actually. It involves establishing a connection with beings or energies in the spiritual realm to receive that beautiful guidance that we get, those insights and wisdom. And the concept of channeling acknowledges that there's more to our reality than what meets the eye. It opens the door to a deeper understanding of ourselves and of the universe. There's so many birds flying about here. It's beautiful. So the techniques to connect into your spirit guides, a lot of people use meditation, mindfulness, journeying, automatic writing. One of the most effective ways to connect with your spirit guides is through meditation, journeying, mindfulness. Because you need to, well, you don't need to. My mind isn't quiet, but I connect at an alarming level, and just like that, you create space for spiritual guidance to come through. But for those that are just setting off on connecting, just set a specific time dedicated each day to sit in stillness. So I used to be first thing in the morning because that was where I could focus more, where I could focus on the breath, and I could open myself up to receiving the messages. Intuitive writing or journaling, grab a pen and paper and allow yourself to write freely without judgment or expectations. This process often is called automatic writing. And if this is something that you would like to, you don't know how to do, but you would like to learn how to do it, just write automatic writing down in the comments, and I'll send you a free resource, which is you just listen to my voice, and I'll take you through the process of you being able to write, use automatic writing. So, and it's a process where you tap into the subconscious mind, and you receive guidance from your spirit guides, and they come through you. You've got to trust the words that flow through you, even if they seem unrelated or unconventional. Also, what I love doing, connecting as well, is nature. I go out in nature, and I really spend time. I go walking every day in nature, and I connect to my spirit guides, and usually it's always walking in the woods. You can do it sitting by the ocean, or simply just by the beauty of a flower. What I sometimes do is there's a place that I go to that I'll just sit, there's a bit of water coming through, and there's trees and the flowers, and it's just very, very natural. And what I'll do is I'll just use my peripheral vision on the I was going to say a feather there, feather daft, on the leaf, and what I'll see is the energy will expand from there. And if you just keep that focus, that semi-focus that's there, what you'll find is sometimes you'll see the outline of the guides coming in, and I get that a lot when I'm and the worst thing you can do is just be a bit surprised, because you'll knock yourself out of it. Just allow yourself to be calm, invite the spirit guides in to communicate you through the natural world. You're the pixies, the elves, and have fun with it. Have real fun. A lot of people take it too seriously. Oh, if I can't do this, I can't do that. You've got to have fun with it. You still got to have clear intention. But I certainly have a lot of fun with my spirit team, because I am that kind of person. I like to have fun. And also as well, if you're having fun, you're raising your vibration. And when you're connecting to the spirit team, always make sure your vibration is raised, because you don't want any low-level entities coming in there, Another way is oracle cards, tarot cards, those kind of things. A lot of people can use that as a powerful tool to connect to their spirit guides, or their ancestors, or their, because and the reason for that is because the cards contain symbols and archetypes that can trigger intuitive insights and messages, and they use them as means of initiating a conversation with your guides, asking specific questions. Most tarot readers can actually intuitively connect to the guides, but they feel they need the tarot card to help them when to interpret the guidance, the energy that's coming in, because I know I used to do that. That's why I'm saying that. But to develop a clear channel for receiving messages, what I call the hollow bone, being the hollow bone, to receive those clear and accurate messages from your spirit guides, it really is essential to cultivate a clear channel of communication. So some techniques I'll give you to help develop a strong connection is, first and utmost, is raise that vibrational frequency. If you're sitting in victim blame, and you feel that that's all, or you're stuck in life, you've got to raise your vibration. You've got to engage in activities that raise your energy, gratitude, art, things that make your heart sing. And surround yourself with people who are positive as well. Because when your vibration frequency is high, it becomes easier to attune to the frequency of your spirit guides. It really does, you know. And even I get my energy can sometimes go low, and it goes into worry, because that's my shadow. But what I do is, and I know exactly how to get it, is I love Billy Connolly. Billy Connolly, it really makes me laugh. So I'll go and watch a video of Billy Connolly, you know, and it will raise my vibration right away. And I'll always find that whatever it is I'm worrying about stops, and the thing comes to me like that when that vibration gets risen. Because your 3D world will tell you when that vibration is risen massively. Yeah. Also clearing and balancing your energy center. Not so much clearing, because you're a lot of people say, oh, we've got blocks in the energy center. It's not blocks, it's just dirty energy. Yeah. So work on clearing and balancing the energy centers. That's often referred to as your chakras. Meditate. You know, if you don't know how to meditate, use a guided meditation off YouTube, and visualize it being cleansed and balanced. You know, invite your spirit guides in. So this is what I do as well. So if I feel there's a heaviness, you know, I'm stuck somewhere in what I'm trying to manifest. What I'll do, because remember, I particularly work more on solution based as opposed to problem based, and a lot of people work more problem based, so it keeps them stuck in the problem, whereas I prefer the solution sort of thing. But even I can sometimes get stuck, and what I'll do is I'll actually just connect to my spirit team, and I'll actually ask them, because remember, the spirit team won't do it unless you ask. And I'll ask them to come in and really just, what do I need? You know, is my energy, is there something blocking my energy? And I'll actually have an imaginary tube going into the energy center, and I'll have it as if it's coming out the window, and I'll just say, well, clear out what's not mine, you know, and bring back what's mine, who somebody's taken or I've given away, you know, because it really is, we are very powerful. We are very powerful. And if you trust and surrender, you know, trust that the messages you receive are authentic and beneficial. You know, avoid doubting or second guessing the guidance that comes through. You know, because I used to do that. I used to think, oh, that's just me talking. You know, and I just wouldn't trust it. And then something would happen. I would, why didn't I trust that? Why didn't I just listen to that? You know, and surrendering to the process and letting go of expectations. Expectations is the biggest thing that will kill anything that comes from the spirit guides, because usually it never comes in the way you think it's going to come, you know, because your spirit guides have your highest good in mind. Always remember that. So, and always remember that there's different types of spiritual entities, you know, because when connecting with your spirit team, it's really crucial to between different types of entities to ensure that you're interacting with benevolent and helpful energies. You know, here's some pointers you really need to consider. Intention is a huge, and being in an alignment. You know, set a clear intention to connect only with beings of the highest love and light. State that you only invite in the energies that have your highest good and spiritual growth at heart, and you'll be able to feel it. You know, you'll be able to know when they're coming in, if they're good, because by aligning your intention, you create a barrier against lower vibrational energies. Always protects your energy. Now, what happens about the energy protection is you'll come to a stage when you protect your energy, when you first start, that you'll come to a stage that you don't need to protect it anymore. It's just done. You know, I don't go in and go, oh, right, I need to protect my energy. I trust that my energy is protected. However, when you first start, I would suggest doing it until you've got those layers going up. But I don't need it. My light is bright. I don't need that that to keep saying. Don't get me wrong, if I'm going into different dimensions, I'll always put that protective around me, that light around. But if you're just beginning on this path, before engaging in channeling, establish that practice of energetic protection. Visualize and just visualizing a shield of light, white light surrounding you, creating that safe and sacred space. Call upon divine energy, such as the angels or the spirit guides or your spirit team or your spirit council, to really safeguard your connection and filter out any unwanted energies. Usually what I say to people is, if you feel that the energy is just not right, 3 times. Ask them 3 times, because they can't tell you after 3 times a lie. Yeah. I usually go for 4, to be honest with you, but just to be on the safe side, because it'll obliterate them if it's not. But trust your intuition. Your intuition is there for a reason. So when I acting with those spiritual entities, pay attention to how their presence feels. Do they bring a sense of peace and love, or do their messages feel, does it resonate with your inner wisdom? Because intuitive discernment helps you distinguish between genuine spirit guides and deceptive energies, because they are out there. They are out there. Yeah. And ethical considerations and precautions in channeling. It's a sacred practice, and it should be approached with respect, integrity, and ethical considerations. And here's some important guidelines to keep in mind. Consent and respect. Always seek the consent of the entities you're channeling before initiating communication. I'll give you a prime example of that. My partner's niece, who used to be a student of the Spiritual Awakening Academy, passed over 2 days before her 40th birthday, leaving 3 kids. And basically, right after her funeral, I started getting these feathers, these beautiful feathers. As I say, I just got one in my pillow at 3 o'clock this morning. Every day I get these feathers. And I was doing a group, the first group call I was doing after she passed away, and she tried to channel in, she tried to just come in and knock me for 6 with channeling into me. She doesn't do that now because she got her out. Because there needs to be that consent and there needs to be that respect, because there's boundaries, and don't force or coerce them to interact with you. You have clear boundaries, and when you've got that, because you have free will, 2 minutes. Oh, don't know what I was getting too many messages. I thought it was family there. Sorry about that. Also, personal responsibility. Take personal responsibility for your own actions, interpretations when channeling. Yeah, understand the messages you receive are really filtered through your own consciousness. And understand the messages. It may be be influenced, because sometimes they can be. Just keep this in mind, that they can be influenced by beliefs, your emotions, or your biases. And what I mean by that is, sometimes when you're channeling for somebody else and something comes through and you're and you're just starting out there, if someone's, you're going to die, or you're going to get this and you're going to get that, hold that back, hold the horses, don't go into all that. You've got to really have full trust, because you need to exercise discernment and avoid presenting personal opinions as absolute truth. You really do. And also having boundaries and self-care. Establish clear boundaries in your channeling practice. Set limits on the frequency and duration of your sessions to prevent that you become an energy, draining or overwhelm, and prioritize self-care, grounding practices, and energetic protection, especially when you're just starting off, to really just maintain your own well-being, So channeling and protecting and connecting with spirit guides, it really does offer a profound opportunity for personal growth, spiritual development, and receiving guidance from the higher realms, and if you're listening to this, your team is trying to get you to bloody listen, just remember that. And also, if you want to expand your spiritual connection even more, come over to the Spiritual Awakening Academy, where we have tons and tons of I think there's over 20 programs of angelic, spiritual connection, shamanic, meditations, manifestations, intuitive writing, tons, so many, I can't remember them all. And all with the spiritual concept of connection and what have you. So yeah, thank you for listening. And that went away on a wee thing. I got thingied off there with the family trying to message me. But great. I hope you're having a great time at the summit, and I hope you're getting lots of value. And if there's any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I'll certainly be listening. And let's see, get connecting to your spirit guides. And as I say, if you want to come over to the Spiritual Awakening Academy, just click the QR code. You'll get right there. It would be an absolute pleasure to have you with us. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.